Welcome once again to the YouTube channel of BYJU'S Exam Prep, and this is the series of sessions that we are conducting for all of you, for all the students, for all the aspirants who are preparing for TISSNET 2023. Now, this series, the 100 most important TISSNET logical reasoning questions, part number 2. I hope you all must have attended part number 1 of this series, and today we are going to discuss some more questions which are expected to come. Not exactly like these questions, but the logics that we'll be covering in this session, these logics are expected to appear in TISSNET 2023 examination. So, friends, welcome once again on YouTube channel. Good afternoon, Isha. How are you? I hope I'm clearly audible and visible to every student who is there in this session. All right, so I'll wait for a few seconds and we'll continue after that and let other students to join in this session. Now, friends, this session is important from the point of view of TISSNET examination, and in case you are also appearing for MHCT examination, which will happen in the next month, then this session will also be helpful. As you all know, there are 75 questions in the logical reasoning section of MHCT, and all the things that we are going to cover today, these topics will also appear in MHCT examination, right? But the level of difficulty will be more on the lines of TISSNET, and which is very much similar to the level of difficulty of MHCT examination. So anybody who is going to ask me this question, that if this session will be helpful for MHCT as well, yes, it will be helpful. But right now, before MHCT examination, we have TISSNET, and I hope that all of you are preparing well for TISSNET examination. Now, previously, I have conducted many sessions on TISSNET related to the syllabus of TISSNET, the pattern of TISSNET, and how you need to proceed, what should be your strategy as far as TISSNET examination is concerned. Okay, now based on this, you all must be knowing the pattern of TISSNET, the type of questions that will be asked, the sections in which TISSNET is divided, right? So this session that I'm conducting for all of you, this very short and crisp session will help you in basically attempting the questions of logical reasoning, though the number of questions from logical reasoning is not very high, but still, whatever the questions are, you will be able to attempt all of them just by devoting 2 or 3 days towards logical reasoning. All right. So, without wasting any time, let us quickly begin with this session. Now, in this session, again, once again, like all my previous sessions, I'll be going on to all these questions one by one. We'll be solving these questions one by one, and I would like all of you to be attempting all these questions in the live format, at least those students who are attending this session live. All right. So to make most out of this session, to have a good learning from this session, please try to solve each and every question and post your answer in the chat box. All right. So let's begin with the first question. Now, the first question is a set of 5 questions from data interpretation. Yes. So let's have a look at this one. So this is the entire data that is given for the first 5 questions. It is in the form of a bar graph. So the bar graph given below shows the average number of fruits and the number of apples in 5 different baskets A, B, C, D, E. So the bar graph that you can see, it gives you the average number of fruits as well as the number of apples in 5 different baskets. Okay. Now below the graph, there is some very useful information that is also given. Please consider that. I'll stop on this data for 1.5 minute, and I want all of you to quickly make a table using the data that is given in this bar graph. Now the table will be helpful. So once you have made the table, then you will be easily able to answer the questions that will follow. Okay. So in the examination, if you'll see this type of graph, be it a line graph, bar graph, or a pie chart, it will be suggestive to make a table using the data towards the beginning. Okay. So once you have made the table, once you have decoded all the information, then you can move to the questions and quickly answer all of them. So please pick up the values from this bar graph very carefully. The scale is, so this is 0, this is 100, and the gap between 0 and 100 is divided in 5 parts. So each part will value 20 units. Okay, so be careful while picking up the values from this graph. I'll wait for a few more seconds and then we'll do the analysis of this graph. We'll fetch the information from this graph, work on the numbers, and then one by one we'll take on these 5 questions which are related to this set. All right. Now let us understand what all data is in our hand. Now the blue bar that is given in this graph represents the average number of fruits. So right now we have no idea about what is the total fruits, what is the total variety of fruits. So we know that there are apples, but other than apples, which type of fruits are there? We don't know about that, but that information can be taken from the line that is given below this graph. So it says that total number of fruits is equal to the number of apples plus the number of mangoes. So there are only 2 types of fruits in these baskets. Okay. So blue bar gives you the average number of fruits. So to find out the total number of fruits, what you can do is, since we know that we have 2 types of fruits, so the average number of fruits when multiplied by 2 will give you the total number of fruits, because we know that the formula for average is equal to sum divided by the number of terms. Now, number of terms in this case will be the types of fruits. All right. So if you want to find out the sum of the fruits in a basket, then you can multiply the average with the number of types of fruits, which is equal to 2. So sum of the number of fruits will be equal to the average multiplied by 2. All right. So Naman says he's done. All right, Naman. So let's quickly decode this information. Let's quickly decode this graph that is given. Okay. Now, first of all, I'll quickly write the average number of fruits in each of these baskets. So in basket A, the value is 500 plus 40. So 540 is the value for basket A. Then basket B, I'm reading the blue graph. Okay. This value is 480. Basket C, this value is 600 as I've marked in the graph. For basket D, the value is 500. And for last basket, the value is 600 plus 40. So 640. Okay. Now I'll multiply all these numbers by 2 to obtain the total number of fruits. Okay, so 540 multiplied by 2 will be 1080, 480 multiplied by 2, 960, then 1200, 1000, and 1280. So these are the total number of fruits in each of these baskets. Now let's fetch the number of apples, which is shown by the orange bar in this bar graph. So number of apples in the first basket is 600, then it is 400. So 600, 400 in the second basket. The third basket is 500. The fourth basket it is 420, and the last basket it is 540. Now what you need to do is you just need to do subtractions to obtain the number of mangoes. Okay, all right. So number of mangoes will be, सर क्वेश्चन दिखा दो, ये क्वेश्चन सॉल्व करते हुए करवा देना ना नमन. ओके चलो मैंने अब कर दिया है ये. फाइन. सो आई होप यू कैन मैच दीज वैल्यूज. राइट. सो नंबर ऑफ मैंगोज 1080 minus 600, it will be 480. Number of mangoes in basket B, 960 minus 400, that is 560, then 700, then 580, and finally 740. So these are the number of apples and mangoes in each of these baskets, right? So this is the table that we have in our hand. And now let's quickly move on to the questions. So question number 1 on your screen now. So you have this table now. So if the number of mangoes in basket E and basket F together is 1400 and the ratio of the number of mangoes to the number of apples in basket F is 11 is to 9, then find the number of apples in basket F. So they have taken another basket F, and the number of apples and mangoes in basket F are somehow related with the values of basket E. So quickly give me an answer for this one. Yes, any answer for this one? Option A, B, C, or D? All right, it's Naman only who is answering these questions. People, I am telling you that if you're not solving, you're not doing anything good to you. Okay, so if you are present live in this session, make sure that you're solving all these questions in the live format. AJ has also given the answer. Amit has also given the answer. So let's start solving this. So number of mangoes in basket E is 740, and the sum of the number of mangoes in basket E and F is given as 1400. So number of mangoes in basket F will be equal to 1400 minus number of mangoes in basket E. So that comes out to be 660, right? So number of mangoes in basket F is 660. Now the ratio of number of mangoes and number of apples. So mangoes is to apples is given as 11 is to 9, right? In basket F. So we already know the number of mangoes in basket F, which is 660. So 11 upon 9, which is the ratio of mangoes and apples, can be equated as 660 divided by number of apples. Now from here you can find out the number of apples in basket F. All right. So number of apples will be equal to 11 cancel out ho jayega, 60 into 9 is 540. So number of apples in basket F is equal to 540, and yes, the correct answer is option B, right? Now for the next question, try to be a little faster, right? You have all the values in your hand, right? So you can find out the answer in less than 30 seconds. The second question on your screen now. The average number of mangoes in basket D and basket E together is what percentage of the total number of apples in basket B? Yes, any answer? You may just write option A, B, C, or D as your answer. So the question is the number of mangoes, the average number of mangoes in basket D and E. So basket D and E, number of mangoes are 580 and 740, but they are talking about the average number of mangoes in these two baskets. So average number of mangoes will be 580 plus 740 divided by 2. Okay, so this will be 1320 divided by 2, that is 660. So the question is 660. This number is what percentage of apples in basket B? Apples in basket B is 400. So 660 is what percentage of 400? So 660 divided by 400 multiplied by 100, simple expression. 0 0 कैंसिल हो जाएगा, 660 को 4 से डिवाइड कर लो, so the answer will come out to be 165%. And the students who have given the answer, up till now all of you have given a correct answer. So 165 percentage is the correct answer. Friends, you need to do more practice as far as these type of calculations is concerned. ठीक है, इतना जो speed है बहुत slow है, and this will not be enough for the examinations that you are preparing for. Okay, so थोड़ा सा calculations की practice करो so that you will take lesser amount of time and will be able to at least attempt all the questions. Right? Question number 3 on your screen now. What is the ratio of the sum of number of apples in basket D and E to the number of fruits in basket B? बहुत सिंपल क्वेश्चन है, 20 सेकेंड्स में आंसर आ जाना चाहिए. The ratio of sum of number of apples in basket D and E to the number of fruits in basket B. Quickly. Absolutely correct. So the sum of number of apples in basket D and E, that means the sum of these two numbers, 420 plus 540. So 420 and 540, iska sum kitna hoga? 960. Now I have to find the ratio of this number to the total number of fruits in basket B. So total number of fruits in basket B is also 960. So ज़्यादा कुछ करना नहीं पड़ा. The correct answer is 1:1. And that is option A. All right. Okay. Sumit, option A should be the correct answer. Please have a look at it. चलिए आगे चलते हैं. Next question, question number 4, again based on the same data. If the price of each mango and each apple in basket B is rupees 30 and rupees 70 respectively, then find the total cost of fruits in basket B. Simple question, it's just the calculation that is required. Otherwise, there is no twist in this question. So you can take 45 seconds to do the calculations, but not more than 45 seconds because it's simple multiplications and then addition. So jaldi se answer de do. Option A, B, C or D. So the price of mango is rupees 30. Number of mangoes. So which basket they are talking about? So first of all, they are talking about basket B. So basket B number of mangoes is 560. So the cost of mangoes will be 560 multiplied by 30, and number of apples is 400, and price of each apple is rupees 70 multiplied by 70. So this is what you just have to solve. So 56 into 3 kitna hota hai? 150, 160, 168, 16800 plus 28000. Just add कर लो इन्हें, ठीक है? So 28 and 16 is 44,800. So 44,800, that is option C should be the correct answer. Okay, simple tha. Let's move on to the last question of this set and then we'll solve some questions of logical reasoning. So question number 5. What is the average of total number of fruits in basket B, D and E together? Simple question based on averages. ठीक है, ज्यादा हेवी कैलकुलेशंस भी नहीं है. सो समवेयर अराउंड 30-35 सेकेंड्स में ये वाला आंसर आ जाना चाहिए. So the basket into consideration is basket B, D, and E, and they are asking us to calculate the average of the total number of fruits. So 960, 1000, and 1280. Let's add these numbers. So 22, 31, 32, 40. 3240 is the total number of fruits. I've just simply added these numbers, and now this number is divided by 3. Okay, so 1080 should be the correct answer, and yes, almost all of you have given a correct answer. Nice, good to see that. So option A, yes, it is the correct answer, right? So these were the 5 questions, basic questions based on data interpretation, and this is the level of difficulty that you may find in actual TISSNET examination. All right. Okay. Now let's move on to the next question, question number 6. And now the remaining questions, all of them will be from logical reasoning. But before we'll move on to the next question, I want everyone to quickly press the like button. So there are more than 30 students right now, and only like 10, 11 likes are there. So come on, all of you. Before we'll move on to the next question, quickly press the like button. The actual exam level will be similar, or it will be extra calculations heavy, as DI utna simple nahi aata. Naman, actual examination, the level of difficulty will be similar or slightly above this. In my upcoming sessions, I'll be covering some questions which will have questions of a slightly higher level of difficulty as well. Okay, so see, the level of difficulty is not always the same. Fine, थोड़ा ऊपर नीचे होता है level of difficulty. So today, like since this is the only second session, in my subsequent sessions, in my next few sessions, I will be taking questions of data interpretation which will be slightly above the level of difficulty of actual TISSNET examination. ठीक है? चलिए, next question, question number 6. All of you be ready for this. Now, this is the question based on direction senses, and such type of questions consumes a lot of time. Okay, so quickly draw this and give me the answer. So I'll give you somewhere around 1.5 minutes for this question. Now read it, draw the diagram, and find the shortest distance between points A and E. Now it is important to note down in such questions is this is what I have observed many a times in these type of questions of direction senses. Now in this directions that are given to you, they have taken a lot of points. So point A, B, C, D, E, F, G. There are 7 points. Okay. Now before you actually start drawing the diagram, find out what you have to actually calculate. So you have to find out the shortest distance between points A and E. Okay, so only points A and E are required. Fine. So during like whenever you will be drawing the diagram, as soon as you have the orientation of points A and E with respect to each other, you can stop there and then, and there is no need to proceed further and complete the diagram according to the question. Until and unless you have more than one question on this data. Okay, so just read the last line of the question before you start these type of questions specifically. Understand what you have to calculate and then draw your diagram accordingly. There is no need to draw any extra point while drawing. Okay, ठीक है? So start करते हैं. Point A is 5 meters west of point B. Now, west kahan pe hoga? So I'll go according to the conventional directions. I'll draw a plus sign on the left hand side top of the screen. North, south, west, east. Okay, so ऊपर north होगा, then south, left में west होगा, and then right में east होगा. Okay, so point A is 5 meters west of point B. So wherever is point B, point A is 5 meters west. So I'll draw a point A, right? And this distance is 5. Done with this part. Point C is 9 meters east of point D. Now C and D are two new points. I will ignore them. Okay, I'll ignore this statement and I'll come back once I know about at least one of these points. Okay, so let's read the next line. Point B is 7 meters south of C. So B is 7 meters south of C. So B C के नीचे होगा. So C will come here. Okay, C will come here, right? And this distance will be 7. So point B is 7 meters south of C. Done with this line. Now I got to know about point C. I can draw point D. So point C is 9 meters east of D. 9 meters east of D, that means 9 meters to the right of D. So this is 9 meters and point D. Done? Okay. नाउ नेक्स्ट आफ्टर दैट ई एंड एफ का रिलेशन दिया हुआ है, छोड़ सकते हैं इस वाली लाइन को, एंड देन स्किपिंग दिस लाइन आई विल गो टू दिस लाइन. पॉइंट डी इज 9 मीटर्स नॉर्थ ऑफ ई. सो डी ई के ऊपर है कितना मीटर्स? 9 मीटर्स. सो आई विल गो डाउन एंड दिस विल बी पॉइंट ई. ऑलराइट, एंड दिस डिस्टेंस इज 9. Now you will see that I have got both points A and E, and I need to find out the shortest distance between these 2 points. So I'll draw a straight line joining points A and E, okay, and apply Pythagoras theorem. So यहाँ से भी एक straight line draw कर लेते हैं. So let's say I call this point as X. So the distance AX will be equal to 9 minus 5, that is equal to 4. And distance EX will be equal to 9 minus 7, that is 2. So AE का ये जो distance होगा, by applying Pythagoras theorem, it will be under root of 4 square plus 2 square, that is under root of 20, and that is equal to 2 under root 5. So the correct answer for this question should be 2 under root 5. Okay, so 2 under root 5 कौन सा option है? It is option B, and let's see if this is the correct answer or not. Yes, this is the correct answer. And how many of you have given correct answer? शिवम बहुत पहले ही सही आंसर दे दिया था. शिल्पा, जयसुमन, नमन and Jaydev. Yes, Naman, it takes time, but again, like अगर आपने last line read नहीं की है, if you haven't read the last line, right? If you don't know what you have to find out, then you will continue and complete this diagram. Now, once you have read the last line, you will have option of saving at least 15 to 20 seconds in this question. Okay? चलिए आगे चलते हैं. Next question, question number 7. Now select the cluster of letters from among the given options that can replace the question mark in the following series. Now it will be faster if you remember the number equivalents of all these alphabets. I can still see that there are some students who haven't pressed the like button. So friends, like whatever you want, I am bringing for you. I just want all of you to press the like button. Please increase the number of likes. Come on. All right, Onkar, Vrinda, 2 of you have given the answers. Jayasuman, Mokinda, Innocent. All right. So plenty of you are saying option C is the correct answer. Let's check if it is or not. So I'll write the number equivalents of these alphabets first. Okay, the first alphabet for all of them. So W is 23, then U is 21, R is 18, then I have a dash, and then 9. So from 23 to 21, it is -2. Okay, this is -2, then this is -3. So if let's say I have -4, so 18 minus 4 is 14, and then I will have -5. So I can say that the gap is filled by the alphabet whose number equivalent is 14. Now, alphabet whose number equivalent is 14 is which one? N. So answer should start with N. So I can eliminate option B. ठीक है, option B eliminate कर सकते हैं. Done. Then for the next alphabet, second part of this answer, I can see K in all the three options, right? So there is no need to check the second alphabet, the second part, because K is common, and I'll move on to the third alphabet, right? So third alphabet पे जाते हैं. So it is P, N, K, dash, and B. So P is 16, then N 14, सेम लॉजिक लग रहा है यहाँ पे, ठीक है, then 11, and then dash, and then 2. All right, so -2, -3, if I'll put -4, I'll get 7, and then -5, it is fitting the logic. So 7 का equivalent क्या होता है? It is G. Okay, so out of these, G, the third alphabet should be G. So option A and option D can also be eliminated, right? So now I'm left with only option C, and this can be marked as my answer. So question number 7, the correct answer is option C. All right, fine. So yes, C is the correct answer. चलिए आगे चलते हैं. Question number 8. Question number 8 is based on clocks, the concept of clocks. And this is the concept on defective clocks. So a clock which is set right at 10 a.m. gains 2 minutes in 1 hour. What is the correct time when the clock indicates 8:20 p.m. on the same day? Any answer? Okay, okay, nice. All right, चलिए check करते हैं. Now, when the correct time is 10 a.m., the clock shows 10 a.m. because the clock is set correctly at 10 a.m. right? Now this clock gains at a rate of 2 minutes in 1 hour. Now we have to find out the correct time when the clock indicates 8:20 p.m. Okay. Now what is happening with this clock? The clock is gaining 2 minutes in 1 hour. That means the clock is gaining 2 minutes in every 60 minutes. So when the correct time elapses by 60 minutes, the time in this clock elapsed by 60 plus 2, that is 62 minutes. All right, fine. So when the correct time elapsed by 60 minutes, the time in this clock elapsed by 62 minutes. इतना clear है? ठीक है? Now, if I look at this clock, in this clock, the time was 10 a.m. and starting from 10 a.m., now the time is 8:20 p.m. So we'll see how much time is actually elapsed in this clock, and using unitary method, we'll find out what will be the correct time that has elapsed, right? So इस clock में कितना time elapsed हुआ है? Starting from 10 a.m. up till 8:20 p.m. So 10 hours and 20 minutes. Now 10 hours 20 minutes कितना होता है? 620 minutes. Okay, so when 620 minutes will elapse in this clock, when 620 minutes will elapse in this clock, correspondingly the correct time that will elapse will be, so अगर यहाँ पे 62 है, यहाँ पे 60 है, okay, so the correct time that will elapse will be 60 upon 62 multiplied by 620, and that will come out to be 600 hours. Now 600 hours, sorry, 600 minutes. Now 600 minutes will be equal to 10 hours. So the correct time elapsed will be 10 hours after 10 a.m. Okay, so 10 a.m. में 10 hours add कर दो and you will get your answer, which is 8 p.m. So 8 p.m. exactly will be the time, correct time in the clock. Okay, so the correct answer is option D, and all of you have given this correct answer. Nice. Let's move on to the next question, question number 9. Find the missing number in the given series. Find the missing number in this given series. Slightly challenging question. Let's see if anybody can give me an answer for this one. I'm telling you that this is a slightly challenging question. It took me more than 45 seconds to crack the logic of this one. So let's see who will crack the correct logic for this one. Okay, so I've got answer from Scarlett Rose, and your answer is option D, that is 192. All right, we'll have a look at it in a few moments. Anyone else? डिफिकल्ट है, चलो थोड़ा सा हिंट देता हूं मैं, ठीक है. So I'll not put the exact logic. So I'm writing 6 as 4 plus 2. Okay, 6 as 4 plus 2. Then 12 को मैं लिख रहा हूं 9 plus 3. Okay, I'm writing 30 as 25 plus 5. Right? Okay, absolutely, Naman. Now 56 as 749 plus 7. Then 132 as 121 plus 11. Okay. Now let's complete the logic. So 4 plus 2, this is 2 square plus 2, 3 square plus 3, 5 square plus 5, 7 square plus 7, 11 square plus 11. Now first of all, what are these numbers? 2, 3, 5, 7, 11. 2, 3, 5, 7, 11 ये क्या numbers हैं? What is the sequence that these numbers are making? Now these numbers are the set of prime numbers. So 2, 3, 5, 7, 11 are all prime numbers. So next number should be 13, 13 square plus 13. Now 13 square is 169, and 169 plus 13 should be the correct answer of this question. Let's check the last one. 13 के बाद prime number कौन सा होता है? 17. So is it 17 square plus 17? 17 square is 289 plus 17. Yes, it is equal to 316. So the correct answer, yes, answer is 182. And yes, Shivam and Susanna. So correct answers किस किस के थे? Naman, Shilpa and Shivam. 3 correct answers. Option C is the correct one. Okay. So yes, this one was slightly challenging. Let's move on to the next one. Question number 10. So a very easy question on clocks. Angle find out करना है between hour hand and minute hand at 5:20. Nice, good. Already we have the answers. So you must be knowing the direct formula. I have covered it in many sessions that I have taken. बहुत सारे लोगों का आंसर आ गया. So 5:20 वैसे तो ऑप्शंस देख के ही आंसर आ सकता है. So if I draw the clock, so hour hand and minute hand. So ये जो आंसर है ये 30-35 डिग्री के आसपास होगा लग रहा है. It cannot be 80, cannot be 120, cannot be 140. So ऑप्शन से पता लग रहा है, but still if you want to use the formula, so formula is theta is equal to 30h minus 11 by 2m. The formula that will apply here. Now h is number of hours and m is the number of minutes in this time. So 30 into 5 minus 11 by 2 into m is 20. Just put the values in this formula and you can get answer in answer for any of the questions. So 150 minus 110, it is 40. So the correct answer, yes, सबने answer correct दिया है. It is option D, that is 40. Sumit, yaar, why option C? How have you done this question? Please check this one and solve it again. Moving on to the next one, question number 11. Which is the wrong number in the following series? Which is the wrong number in the following series? Again, this one is slightly difficult. Aram se karna. Let's see who can give me the correct answer with the correct logic. I'll be needing the correct logic as well. So Shantanu, I think you have given the answer, or was this the answer for the previous question? नहीं, answer आ रहे हैं students के. D should be one. Okay, nice, nice. ज़्यादा difficult है? नहीं? Easy सा है? Okay. So people have also given what should be the number instead of 101. Nice. So 14 plus 1 is 15. Then 15 plus 4 is 19. अभी तक शायद ठीक चल रहा है. 19 plus 9 is 28. Then 28 plus 16 is the 44. 44 plus 25 सही चल रहा है is 69. Okay. Now these numbers are the squares of natural numbers. 1 square, 2 square, 3 square, 4 square, 5 square. So the last number should be obtained by adding 36 to 69. So 69 plus 36, it is equal to 105. But the number written here is 101. So 101 should be the wrong number of the following series. Okay. So answer is option D, and all of you are absolutely correct. Let's quickly move on to the next one. Question number 12, based on blood relations. So question on blood relations. Ramesh is Sahil's father and Roshan's brother. Puneet is Sahil's grandfather and Sunita is Roshan's wife. If Nandini is Puneet's wife and Shalini is Roshan's daughter, then how is Shalini related to Nandini? Simple है. Quickly family tree बनाओ. Okay, and you can easily find the answer once you have at least separated out the generations from these relations. So a proper family tree banao depicting the different generations, showing the different generations, and the answer will be very simple. Yes, anyone? Okay, all right. Now, finally getting answers from all of you. All right, let's start solving this. Now, Ramesh is Sahil's father. So, Ramesh is the father of Sahil. All right, and Roshan's brother. So, Ramesh is also the brother of Roshan. Okay, Roshan का gender अभी तक नहीं पता. Ramesh is Sahil's father, so Ramesh will be male. I'll put male in a box and females in a circle. Okay. Now, Puneet is Sahil's grandfather. So, Puneet will come at a generation above Ram and Roshan. So, this is, sorry, I'll erase this. This is where Puneet will be at the top of the level. Now, Puneet is Sahil's grandfather. So, Puneet is male. Okay. And Sunita is Roshan's wife. So, Roshan ki wife hai Sunita. So, Roshan will be male. And Sunita will be his wife. That means female. If Nandini is Puneet's wife, Puneet ki wife Nandini, all right, female, and Shalini is Roshan's daughter. So Roshan's daughter is Shalini, right? So how is Shalini related to Nandini? Now Shalini is at the bottommost level in this chart here, and Nandini is at the topmost. Okay, so Shalini must be granddaughter of Nandini. It cannot be mother, it cannot be grandmother, it cannot be daughter. So answer is granddaughter, and correct answer is option D, which most of you have given correctly. Right, सबका ही आंसर सही आया. Simple question था. So answer is granddaughter, that is option D. Okay. All right. So friends, that is all from my side for the day. Hope you would have enjoyed this session. If you have, then please do press the like button before you end this session. Now, some very important, useful information for all of you. Anyone who is looking forward to join any of the batches for the preparation of CAT 2023 at BYJU'S Exam Prep. So yes, we do have new batches available, and CAT 2023 comprehensive program is on the offer, and all the details are there on your screen. If you want to be a part of any of these batches, you can join BYJU'S Exam Prep by calling at the number that is given at the bottom of the screen. Also, you can get up to 90% scholarship by taking any of these scholarship tests. So one such scholarship test is being conducted on 18th of February at 7 p.m. So register for this test and avail the scholarship. On 11th of February at 7 p.m., Srinivas sir is taking a session on how to manage CAT preparation with job and studies. So anyone who is an aspirant for CAT in 2023 or any other entrance examination, and you are struggling like managing your CAT studies vis-a-vis your job or your studies, then you can attend this session on 11th of February at 7 p.m. All right. Now, anyone who is taking MHCT examination in the month of March, so we have an all India open mock for MHCT 2023. This examination will be live on 11th of February and will be live up till 19th of February. So friends, that is all from my side. Have a wonderful day. Have a wonderful time preparing for the examination. All the best to all of you, and thank you for being a part of this session. Have a nice day. Bye-bye.